I used to live in the outbacks of Cecilia, Kentucky, a place surrounded by endless woods where the night stretched on forever and the silence wasn't really silent at all. Out there, nature had its own rules, its own whispers. Most days, I loved it. The fresh air, the space, the sounds of coyotes echoing in the distance. But there were nights I wish I could forget. Before I get into it, let me give you some pointers about my property, so you can better understand this situation. Where I lived was rather secluded, the closest town a good 30-minute drive away. My old bus rides were over an hour long every morning, and our neighboring houses were far apart. The property itself was nice. We built the house ourselves. A small garden, a chicken coop, rabbit hutches, and a pig pen. 2 family dogs watched over the livestock, while my dog, Karma, stayed with the pigs. One was pregnant at the time, so he kept close. We had 6 acres of backwoods land before hitting a no hunting private property sign, surrounded by barbed wire. But that did little good. I found out later a tree had fallen, breaking part of it. Coyotes howled often, but we never saw them. Just raccoons, rabbits, opossums, and deer. Always deer. I loved walking out there in late fall, through winter, and into spring, though my family had one rule: never go out there at night. Maybe they knew something I didn't. Whenever an animal of ours died, I was the one who had to take it to the backwoods, to dump it near the fence. The walk was usually uneventful, but sometimes I felt watched. That's why I always brought Karma. He was my second pair of eyes, my warning system. If he stopped, ears raised, fur bristling, I knew something was wrong. That night, I regretted not having him on a leash. One of our prized roosters had died suddenly. We found it at dusk, stiff on the chicken coop floor. That explained why Cookie, one of our Pyrenees, had been acting weird all day. It was around 7 p.m. early fall, the kind of night where spiderwebs still hung thick in the trees. I didn't want to go, but my mother insisted. So I pulled on my boots, grabbed a sweater, and went out back to get Karma. The moment I opened his pen, he shot out, tail wagging, eager to run. I held the Walmart bag with the dead rooster inside and started for the woods. He followed closely, weaving in and out of the path, stopping every so often to wait for me. I'm coming, I chuckled as he stared at me in anticipation. Down the small hill, through the thinning trees, I kept an eye on him as we neared the drop-off point. Then he started straying further. Too far. I let out a high-pitched whistle. He didn't stop. His head snapped up, ears perked, gaze locked on something in the distance. His fur stood on end. Then, he bolted. He barked once, a deep, sharp warning before disappearing into the woods. Karma, no! I dropped the bag, my heart hammering. I chased after him, but stopped at the fence. He was gone, vanished beyond the fallen tree. His barking stopped. The sun was setting. The forest around me fell into silence, a silence that pressed against my ears, heavy. Here, boy, my voice wavered. Come here now. No answer. Tears burned at my eyes. Come back. Still nothing. I tried to think rationally. Maybe he had run too far to hear me. Maybe he'd come back on his own. I turned and ran back home. My mother met me at the door. He took off, I gasped. Jumped the fence. Her face darkened. I told you to keep him on a leash. She grabbed her coat, ready to go after him, then stopped. The sun had dipped below the tree line. It's too dark, she murmured. He'll come back. I wasn't so sure. I grabbed a flashlight and walked down the street, calling for him. My neighbor saw me and asked if I was looking for someone. I told him about Karma. He nodded. But then he glanced toward the woods, his expression unreadable, before disappearing into his backyard. 2 hours passed. Karma was still gone. I went out back to feed the livestock dogs. As I scooped their food, I heard it. A whistle, high-pitched, faint. My heart clenched. I told myself I was imagining things. But then, "Here, boy," a voice, distant, almost familiar. I looked toward the woods. The moon cast pale light over the trees. Nothing, no movement. I kept listening. "Come back." My stomach turned. It wasn't calling a name, just the same words, over and over. I ran inside. "Mom," I whispered, "there's someone in the woods." She followed me outside. We listened together. The man kept calling, his voice never changing, never moving, just repeating. "Here, boy. Come here now." My mother paled. "We should go help," I muttered, grabbing my BB gun. She hesitated. Then a dog barked. My heart leapt. Karma? But no. It was a hound dog, distant, moving away. We stepped just past the tree line. The woods were silent. Too silent. Then the voice shifted. "Come here, boy." Angrier, closer, but no crunching leaves, no footsteps, nothing. We turned back, walked fast. My hands trembled as we re-entered the yard. The dogs were barking wildly now. Then it stepped out, pale, white as bone, its eyes sunken deep into its skull, its head upside down, twisting, jerking as it crawled forward on spider-like limbs. Its mouth, too wide, teeth jagged, breath wheezing. A long, slick tongue lolled from its lips. "Here, boy." It twitched. "Come here, boy." It turned. It looked at the house, at me. Its body cracked, shifting unnaturally as it stood. 8 feet tall, emaciated, arms too long, fingers tipped with black, jagged claws. Patches of hair clung to its bony frame. It took a step forward. "Here, boy." My breath hitched. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. A flashlight beam cut through the darkness. Our neighbor. The creature screeched, a horrible, ear-splitting sound, and lunged back into the woods. Even after it was gone, I stood frozen, staring into the trees. Hours later, our neighbor called. Said he saw my dog in his backyard. I ran outside. There he was, Karma, tail tucked, shaking. I never found out what he saw in those woods. I moved to the city after that. Thought the nightmares would stop. They haven't. I still hear it, still see it. If you ever lose your dog in the woods, and you hear someone calling for it, run, run, and don't look back. And if you enjoy unsettling stories like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, so you never miss what's waiting in the shadows. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware.